this country where we dey inside, or mine, we not gonna say Charlie. People take power into their own hands to do certain things that will go on their benefits or that will benefit them. Do you get it? Persons or no per se in a corner no or per se on anything or per se on your comfortable.
Hello viewers, welcome once again to Better House Studios, and then this is Big Feels, the only show you get to feel big and then you get to get all the gist and everything that is happening in and around our globe, Charlie. So on today's episode, we are actually going to talk about something very crucial, something that is overlooked, something that we don't actually talk about it much, but it's actually working, like a working economy. No? The use of this legal tendencies, this coins, the 10 pesewas coin, the 20 pesewas coin, like even the 5 pesewas and then the 1 pesewa. I don't even see those. At least 10 pesewas, 20 pesewas, but they being used as a legal tender to do business. As a no, it is being something it is becoming something very, very hard to find of late because there are other factors that are affecting all of that. Today, we are here to talk about those things, why it's like that, and then how we can actually curtail that. I have with me PK, and then Ato. Charlie, today you are seeing a new face. We keep on giving you new faces all day round, Charlie. You are welcome back. This is Big Feels, and then you are watching us live from Better House Studios. So, PK,
Bro.
Coins, the 20 pesewas coin, the 10 pesewas coin, the 5 pesewas, and then the 1 pesewa. Charlie, quite been so. And like nema be na eba ne sama isia na ma yenhu ne system ni mu. Isia what they to ade cry e dey it make us Charlie enjoy wa ha. Why what do you think is happening?
This country where we dey inside, or mine, we not gonna say Charlie. People take power into their own hands to do certain things that will go on their benefits or that will benefit them. Do you get it? Persons or no per se in a corner no or per se on anything or per se on your comfortable. But you ask, but me, I always ask myself, say, fine, you have reasons why I feel say coins were, as a distractive business, a high daddy, a boy how we fast over tardy or kitabia, be me tardy or shove. We get 20 cities near in 20 pesewas coins. Okay, we say, why you maybe neck kind okay, we find say like a stressful, tedious in team. Coins we the at times so because say is our coins we now say me pay some music bank, go the bank against me cause it's another bank when you reject it. You see, it put it yes who in the position for just say I want say me fa a crime is comfortable, but you ask yourself, say, into Adena, is it legal? Okay, Adena, no council say, or say we are now, because there means say, Bank of Ghana, any government financial institute, and I say committee be, and I Ministry of Finance, Rebecca say, coins will relegated these coins, yet the default not for coins, so they relegating because of almost few say. Never been I like the way as our coins there was system demand teaching never be quick training at the dealing but Charlie there has not been any official statement that just says our coins relegating before me looking at these things and I say the pay and never be any shade no matter the reason that we have. No matter the reason that got the phone, say, did 20 ma. Find a way to channel your grievances. But Ubetre say, would the bad ya main general, one amount of clients waiting to reject this house cano. Okay, but in this, in most of the societies, people are suffering. You will go on or brand one gather our coins no to our gather coins not so the barber chance won't the pain the person goes through. It you might have maybe when you say fine, they might have genuine reasons, but maybe point and just say who gave you the legal right to reject these coins? Okay. That is my point.
At all. Thank you very much. Maybe which year it's your formula. I don't want to say I don't think say we can just wake up and blame the ordinary Ghanaian and say or reject the Queen. Then again, I think it will start from somewhere before say they get it today. I remember say Ghana did not exactly stop using the Queen. Rather than Bank of Ghana, I remember somewhere 2021 September. They started by withdrawing 1 Ghana cedis and 2 Ghana cedis just for lower currencies, lower denominations, to reduce inflation. And when they do that, I feel like it is expected of the NCC, which is the National Commission for Civic Education, to at least educate the general public on certain things. Now, Nipani who said, oh, at least this particular thing has been done. Notwithstanding, I'm accepting the fact, so say, general public should be doing that which they are doing. Of course, it is not right because Queen be a legal tender. It has to be accepted for buying and selling of commodities. It is a nipa ne banasa or tade na or issue Queen. I think we have no right to reject that. In view of that, we say nipa no all bound to buy something from you or a Ghanaian. Nipa no also jisikan and also a Ghanaian, of which so omunyina equal right. And he said, me my partner me kuta 20 pesos na me the amount. Send me to moku. Now catch me say 20 pesos on dia. Why offended? It's against the law. It is an offense to reject the Queen. But what I am here for, and they say these people, reject your Queen now, Monica for. What do we do? What do we do for them? That is why I think some of us are here to at least talk to the general public, get to educate them on certain issues based on the fact that, adewe, yentontene, abinding cars in Jinja issue, to say, brother, can. And he say, the court akotadia, the issue for payment, it has to be accepted. When you go to a Cropon, for instance, offer Pragia from the Cropon, now they come maybe out they gonna. Pragia amount 20 pesos, 50 pesos, 10 pesos has changed. But then, markets and I say, baby, now, now the size almost say it's not accepted. How can someone be okay? Say, or no, the coin amount, you have to take it. But all the Kotadia, it's not accepted. How is that possible? We are all Ghanaians. And we deserve equal right. I feel like it is not right. But then it started from somewhere and I get it to her. If the NCC has educated the general public as to say, sometimes due to inflation, ye sikani be free to for lower currencies. They are the coins and they are the so that inflation so better. I think it's a benya much or deeper understanding to some of these things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
You know, anything they talk, some do me before. Charlie, me comment to me and the who buy kinky.
Yeah.
So I get these 2 CD coin. Then there's one CD, the notes, no. 1 CD notes. Then 20 pesos coin, 5, which makes 1 CD. So the 5 CDs are the hold. Bro, I go some woman be when I'm back there, they say kinky. Me, there's still self, I go do palace. There's still no be my still something still making me so. It's in my word. I didn't make my word the change. I get the story pentema ko bad you na ma baby afa. I get the story no me say mommy me thought doc no bako. He carried the cake and this kind of goon is a mouth. Cause she goes to say, oh, brass, he carry any NGO.
Yeah.
Madam, Jawo can in the Empachu, Wamanamin Tia Kakra. I'm saying there be 20 persons still in there. Now we did that. Now them black will come her. Say see.
Yeah. So you guess though.
You
Same thing happen for them.
Oh, catch me in the chrome ha. Me then you did the countryside. I never hear any statement. They tell me say ni chrome ha.
This thing. So these things that we are talking about right now, I say, just yankasa behavior.
Yeah.
And they near manesa. Like there are no rules, there are no laws that are backing what we do. Yankasa behavior, which is really bad.
Yeah.
But in a way, no, I feel that quiet behaviors, no. The system is also playing a part.
Sure.
Mechanics I'm trying to say is inflation. It's me cause that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes legal tendencies, you know, if you were carrying them along. Let's take 200 cedis for example. What the 200 cedis one a show, and then you are going somewhere, and then maybe a show bottom who there, and when you are picking out that thing, accidentally the 200 cedi note falls down. Then I see than 2 million, and I no. But in this case, if what's the sense I can say, okay, say, oh, me person me say no money ye, be say, ma kokra ntento. You can't 200 cedis coins who wins a man. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Like the 10 pesos, 5 pesos, 1 peso, maybe 200 cedis in amount 200. How do you feel? But any effort, system needs to play a part.
Yeah.
Or also can't be a banner. These behaviors, what do we think say some ways be I bit me they are curtailing all these things that are happening. Say ube kona ube for praga yes would the coins to yaka catch or say coins no ye menje like emboame. I don't know why. I don't know their reasons though, but you can't that just like you were also saying. Yeah. What are some of the steps or the things that we need to do? I remember these coins now every system one I rejecting no. You bet me assign adding. I'm an about system like something that we use normally every single day.
Your brother Gideon Ekas and making statements. There should be a public education.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk to people. The financial committees. They should set up their people or like their let me say they should contact the NCC.
Yeah.
Okay. Let them know what is happening. Let them know what is going on. Neyama you conference here say ebia change. I say there will a value do of former. That the value never forming does not mean say ya rich can see ya relegate coin no. So can mean the third year. And then you say I don't know whether there have been any official statement from either Bank of Ghana or the Ministry of Finance say thanks to cover him na relegate. You have not heard it. See, say BB will honor self and Chelsea. There's need to set a committee.
So there should be
exactly public education on this. Then you never see once because the fact that I am buying this Canaba, you never seen in 2007 almost the same currencies in my year. Our new currencies from the buyer, no. Sika come say now we're part of the new currencies. It is all catch them and say value new of formal say relegated yeah. There should be an official statement or release I just say we no until then no so me the back better idea of why and say so because now I say you at the point of conflict internally. They are all tons say mange. Okay. They are all tons say they are money. So what do we do?
Okay, so get it. So from our brother, we should there should be education, constant education on these things that we are talking about. Yeah. Say Sikano legal tendency, and then abaimuno, it kind of say lawfully it is supposed to be used. Yeah. So we reject it. It's a crime.
Yeah, crime.
It's an offense. Into the NCC should actually try with the education and then educate the people more. So what other factor do you think can actually help in curtailing all these things?
Thank you very much, my brother. I think even if the Bank of Ghana a year scanning in our free system. I feel like it's more or less like I said, Bank of Ghana a issue statement said, "Yenjai one Ghana cedis issue." And I say I won't trap you. That day I will be Obi will be one in 10. So definitely, nipa ne bepe say scan is no no the bekwa because I Ghana ska. But I remember in 2007, yes, sir, your currency now and you be why circulating the whole Ghana, every Ghanaian. Now Sakura no to be. There's no change in value. The value is the same.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
if say public awareness be wasa, now it is going around Ghana. Now people are ranting on it. Say every day they are talking about it like a song. So this particular money is no more in use. So to say I think Ghanaians will be much educated on that particular aspect. Even if so baby na say nipa ne reject say this money is no longer in use.
Okay.
But then say yanti bibisa, we will always be furious on that matter. And ebe cause a whole lot of issues.
Okay. So
you know, say
you are still
they throw away. Some people they throw those coins away. So you ask, is it right? Because it is so the currency is our friend.
In that sense, that means it's not just the education that they should actually be looking at. They should actually be enforcing the law on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because to say the Okano, to go, it is wrong. It is wrong. Very offensive. Inti obi etu skadun be tuchine and obi reject ya. At least there should be bibia aban nipa bi betimi aye ebebo obi munsu hu ama omonye to say mami a okoto dokono wono ho ya oka say
onji
yes. So so what she do no, if you know say it is wrong, and then she also knows, okay, maybe she doesn't know, but maybe she knows too, but she wants to do it.
Yeah, so she feels she's right.
If something like that happens and then you're able to report to Abani Pebia at the very spot with me, maybe on finding or now on chilling to one, I said like just to make people get to know, say it is wrong to do that. Okay, so
with that, thank you very much for that particular thing. But let's look at it from this point of view. A buy now reporter man. Right now, there has not been any enforcement yet. Even though it is legal tender of which it has to be accepted. But regulations beyond you are assuming without admitting. Say Mr. Humphrey Akoto at the MA are rejected. No, I reporting police in the farm many because Akoto at the 20 pesos, I say on 20 pesos.
Okay, so by then there should have been an enforcement.
Yes.
Okay.
So that the very person now or rejected would also get to know, say, bonnet. And I say some education, will say, oh, yen to Ghana ska. But you see, Ghanaians, we have some perception in our minds. We feel like we can do whatever that we want in our country because after all, we live in our country. We are in our own town. Yes. So we can do whatever that we want and we'll get away. So I feel like everybody should be educated, self-education. We have to get that.
Okay.
Send a who say, Adiwe, bonnet, maybe jetia, you bet me achimatu.
Okay.
That education, you go around. Now, maybe now, no, only the left from the right, and the right from the left, I say, yeah, sake of me, my mommy gets store. Then they take do every day.
Okay.
Omo de better the no was a song going on. Omo say oh the better the ING
you are there back.
It is slow business.
Okay.
Production or they go on. So you do maybe the government will benefit, but nipa now also tell the store now or any dada boja.
Okay.
Because the Nishikan is a sound or say on. So in that case, I will go.
But say no. If they take this like Fanny say, it's like that a six but do they the people at the bank, let's say Bank of Ghana, and they regulate all these banks. So let's take DCB for example. If your mom is saving there, will she be able to take all those coins that has been rejected by the people and then send it there to do a deposit?
That is what we are yet to know. Because growing up, you know, say a cook ban at the coin and cook. Say, yeah, the coin echo deposited that. Say, yeah, cook ban, say a pack of deposited coins.
Kind of question,
but
it
maybe
happens.
it did happen. But
it happens.
Me, I don't see. Me experience it that.
Okay.
So it go hard say I will sit down here then talk see me mommy bet me at the coins, you know.
Okay.
Then go for something like that.
But most of the times is me this thing I was thinking in your maybe one of you would bring it up. There are times that okay, mostly in the malls and then in this big shopping shops. This is where you go find like a 10 cedi item and then they will have some 20 something pesos.
Sure.
They really follow that.
Yeah.
But mame bi ton ade store bi mu na no store keto bi a waye okofa niema no bi a ofa niema no edemano bako 1 unit 1 item for like 10 cedis 15 pesos. Opese onya na fa so probably 1 cedi bi was so. To the 1 cedi ne kan wa is item na be 11 cedis 15 pesos. 15 pesos no. Who the way of no and as who the way of nti so no be round then up obema scanner control could do be say be 12 cedis, which is wrong. Personally I feel it's wrong.
Very wrong.
But then now nipa na then now kafa. So I feel say apart from the enforcement on the use of this thing no so multi so ultimately regulate we like there should be some rule just say so ton so rounding up man Charlie, it all causes the inflation and also car system
in much because countries are there on ton or massive to be a 50 cedi no back so also 50 cedis are there on ton or credit be 20 pesos no back so also 20 pesos. But in our country,
no, it's not like
if
that.
You buy something from Accra, cheap price, you can't go and then
it's not the faka. Over catch us or the faka.
That be the
faka.
Just talk a concerning the legalities, the laws. I am sure, and I know for sure that any rule and regulation governing the currency is still active. So. Say Medeba Nawanja, I have every right to report you. That need explanation. The reason why to visit Onje.
So with that being said, no, and also as a unya like there hasn't been proper guidelines on that.
You say I like the aspect of the education. My auntie wants to say Rabia government currency active.
But your mindset in society. One change of mindset in the need. So let's see. Oko report me 20 pesos per on my other chimney. You see, we get some mindset to be way like
you also
it be some way.
Also come in right.
It not right. Yeah, you know be right. Say in common and you're right, cry. But what they just let's assume. Say 1 ma 20 pesos now I'm not a problem. Problem mommy baby. Now, chronic, I'm showing you.
It happens.
Yes, it is something.
You see,
society, they compress me. You know, they make me. They want a homes, bro.
Am I in feeling free to deal with issue? How are they no credit?
Oh yes,
but Muti, and Muti, Komono, you enjoying in Komoni now. If you want to get the whole gist of this and then more, you should actually visit our YouTube channel at Better House Studios, and then all other social media handles. You find us with Better House Studios. Charlie, this is Big Feels. I say in seminar, you overlook, and Niemana, essay kana. Baby. This is where we talk about them. Yes. So when you want to hear stuff that you don't hear every time, stuff that you don't get to talk about, but people will talk about for you, then it's here. Here is Better House Studios, and then the show is Big Feels. You get to feel big with us. Charlie, the education is very important.
Sure.
But apart from education so nipa no so ni suban.
Yeah.
We have people that were taught how to use the road for zebra crossing, for example. You bet when we say zebra, we were taught when we were kids, we were taught say when you are crossing the road, don't just stand anywhere and then do jaywalking. Just go and cross at the zebra. On my zebra crossing, how many times do you see people use that?
Maybe that place if car and knock people.
You bad.
Now I guess some story may be funny. It be my pastor where he told me. He say one time, Papa be and car born and born zebra crossing the chi. No pray I could to zebra cross. No, obu you know say jai na me dem. So the person there inside. So we are not sure them. Or person nipa na mo. In that case, the person they barb the zebra crossing something then for there. What I say,
but the sooner the buying into no one follow. So it means the subino.
So it means that. So it means that we know say that thing it be legal.
Yes, before.
But the person just say, "Enko in your favor." I said,
I know they no credit.
I mean, it's what do pay relegate here? Are they buying Mudiaba?
Sure.
That is the question. Are you going to would do pay ever relegate here? They are government in their banner. No. If you see a full regulations, I see it's a full rules. I won't done yet. You'll see a day. Because media that day we don't bring their shame for
brother.
But them serious.
Dream. Like if we are getting a change of mind, a change of attitude, I don't think the law enforcement would be needful. Because when him say nipa no babe to ade no if or bigger tendencies here and on farm back challenge on far points number but points in any one I've been there before say we say we knew here but what to bottom one as a bag no when your coins be when him say what they kwaya la bi you get there and then omuma story this happening brother kafra shenyashi dokono bedi so here we are talking about this, and then we are not just talking about it. We want it to be heard and then something to be done about it. So I'm urging you watching us to share this, comment, and then let us know your views on stuff like this, your personal experiences at our handles on Better House Studios, everywhere, every social media handle. But YouTube one, Okowa, the boss the show. Make sure say better voices.
Come out.
Yes. Tell us what you feel and then what you think about this whole story that we are talking about. It is happening, and then we are actually making sure say people get to hear about it, get to know about it, and then we are urging the right authorities to do the right thing for us. Because Ghana for thank you for joining us today, and then we are going to call it a wrap. See you next time. Bye.